It's eating healthy is a mainstay with regard to what it is that I teach. So I have a business called Everlasting Life, and I have a web concept called Eat the Cure. And Eat the Cure is just that. So as opposed to pursuing after eating everything and then going to a medical doctor and hoping you made it under the wire, hoping that you didn't get sick, now you're going to see that, oh, okay, I did make it. And I did make it even before I went to the medical doctor because I knew already because I've been doing all the right things. The number one illness affecting us all over the world is what? It's low self-esteem. Didn't know it was an illness, did you? Low self-esteem will make you choose that which you know is unacceptable for you. It will make you choose those things that are not healthy for you. And you will make these awful choices, and you will destroy that which is going on inside of you because you don't feel good about yourself. You don't feel worthy of consuming that which is healthy for you. So we also want to understand that one of the biggest issues that we have now is those that are articulating what the deal is don't have our best interest at heart. So one of the concepts that we have is that as opposed to running to the medicine cabinet for healing, what we need to do is run to the kitchen for healing. So when you get a headache, it isn't because you have a deficiency of Tylenol. It isn't because you have a deficiency of Bayer aspirin. And I don't like to market those companies, but in this instance, of course, I'm not marketing. I'm telling you don't use those. It's because you have a deficiency or an imbalance or, again, a toxicity that exists inside of the body that's causing the body to then send off this alarm. And as opposed to masking the alarm, you need to respond to the alarm positively. When you see a stand with watermelon and peaches and avocado and broccoli on the stand, you see all of that fresh produce on the stand, doesn't that make you hungry? Sure, it makes you hungry. You don't even have to put up a sign. People pull over because they want to grab some of that fresh produce. And that's important to us, that we recognize our innate response to food is that we would desire it. The innate response to that which isn't food is we don't immediately get the trigger that it's food. That's not food. When you see that, that's not food. You look up, you don't see a field full of animals and say, okay, that's food for me. No, that isn't the immediate trigger because you're disconnected from that whole process. So as we educate you, we're going to continue to uplift your understanding of what food is and what we have to do through this process in order to nourish the cells. See, the cells are subject to whatever you put inside of them. But you know what else? The cells don't practice the same belief system, the same religion, and all the same practices that you do that make you think that what you're consuming is okay. The cells deal with it as it comes in. If it's unhealthy, the cells will deal with it as an unhealthy substance and process it as a toxin throughout the body. So we look up, and we're seeing examples of what it is that we're eating. We see the obesity epidemic. You've seen the images of the United States of America in the 70s, in the 80s, in the 90s, and now in 2000. You see what has happened to us. We've become so obese. Some of our countries, some of our states are fatter than other countries, in fact. And we're knowing that this is as a result of what we're eating. We eat too much. We feel like every time we do something, we need to eat. Everything that goes on in life, we need to eat. When we get tired, we need to eat. Well, it may be because you're tired as a result of eating too much, because digestion is such a blood-exhaustive process. So we need to be careful before we just go and throw in something else in our mouth. We overindulge. We eat 4 or 5 meals a day, and then we snack all in between, and then we get another snack before we go to bed. And then in the middle of the night, we go and grab something to eat. That's not appropriate. That's not healthy. So let's look at this one, cleansing the liver. The liver is a major cleansing organ. It cleans out the blood. It also processes and digests the food that we consume. So the liver, 300 functions happen inside of this liver. This liver has to be healthy. When you don't have a healthy liver, you have many health challenges. So we want to make sure that we're cleaning out the liver. We're helping to support wellness inside of the liver. And you do that with a liver detox. And that's what we have here. We're showing you how to detox the liver and what causes those things. Cholesterol, a major problem behind cholesterol is a toxic liver, or a liver that is producing cholesterol as it should inside of the body, but you're taking too much, again, in from the food that you're consuming. You have to stop consuming estrogens. As a man, you don't need the estrogen hormone. That estrogen hormone feminizes you, okay? And I know it's a tough subject because you just think, well, everybody's been eating this way forever. But if you're as old as I am, and I'm in my 40s, okay, and you're looking back and you say, well, wait a minute, something is changing in America. Where's that old grandfather who was stomped down, tough, hard, everybody respected? When my grandfather came in the house, we all stood up. as a way of showing respect for my grandfather. Can you imagine that nowadays? Things have changed, so we've shifted. So we need to get back in alignment with our true self, with our natural self.